Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. Going for the return. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much... Touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll keep it himself. On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
It is nice to have an athlete at quarterback like that can make things happen. He's just so fast. He takes away angles, still has the option whether he wants to pitch it, can still make you look stupid doing that or running the football like he did there.
What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
Got enough space. Give him 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he puts through the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Paul, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Running back searching for a hole. Oh, what a cut! And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll give it to him again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. A 1st down for the offense. The lone back's got it. Makes his man miss. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score. USA 14, Alabama 7.
1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
To the air, it's Milroe. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
At the 20, he's got space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown tie! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Marks. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Branch. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Pulls it in, it's Branch. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff teams, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to...
Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got loose, it was all over.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense up.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Gonna try to get it himself. Ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, USA 31, Alabama 20.
And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half.
Set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The play-action fake. Steps away to find some room. Quickly to the tight end.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Gets it out fast. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. Pressure coming. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, going up top. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
We just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, USC 31, Alabama.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
With the catch, it's Robinson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. Pulls it in, it's Branch. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They'll go right back to the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
He's going to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you get an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along.
Touchdown, Bama! What a catch and run for 6.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. 15 seconds to play, and if they have a last gasp, they have to recover this onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the 4th quarter. They're in great position right now to at least tie this game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense, executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll try to pin them back with this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.